Alright, so let's continue. So in this video, we will be working on the filter feature of showing the books in respect to the selected genre that we have over here. So for that, we would also need a state. And I've been thinking about it for a while now, as in like what state should we use? And because it's a pretty simple application in itself, I've been thinking of going with the component state. I mean, like, why not? We could obviously opt to go with context, but then again, I guess because the entire thing, like the home page that we have, it's a single page, like in our entire application, and all the components, like the entire structure of it is pretty lean. So keeping that in mind, let's go with component state. So firstly, within the top bar component, we need to add in the logic right over here, which will allow us to change the to do something when the user clicks on any of these tabs. So for that we need a state, but the thing is that the state will also be shared with the books component. So the a common place for both of them would be the home page right over here. So let's create the state, and for that let's first import the use state component. And we can name the state to be maybe selected genre, or I guess active genre. That makes more sense. Let's do active genre, set active genre, and the state default value to be of all, as that's what it is. And now we just need to pass down these two things to the top bar component. Let's do that. As such, so now we can, well, instead of calling it set active genre as the function for the prop name, let's name it as change genre. That's a bit more descriptive in this context. So now that we are passing these two things, active genre and change genre, let's head over here and let's make sure to destructure them right at the top. Active genre and change genre. Let's save this file, and right now let's go to the tabs component, and to this we have the on change function. So this function will be called with the first argument being the synthetic event, and the second one being the actual value of the tab which was clicked. So we don't care about the first one. The second one is the value, and now we can just call the change genre function with the value. And let's also change this thing to be of active genre, and I guess that makes sense. So now if we save it and if we head back, it should work. There it is. So that's beautiful. So now that it's working, we are halfway done, and now we just need to filter out the books based on the selected or the active genre. So let's do that. So for it, let's head back, and firstly let's make sure to pass down the active genre, just the active one, to the books component, because we just care about that thing. And within the books component, not the book item but the books, let's destructure the prop, the active genre, and now we have to display the book item based on this thing. So what we can do right over here, let's create another one which is called books to display. And the thing that we have to check is that whether the active genre, if it is all, then that means we have to display all the books, right? So in that case, let's just go with books. Otherwise, what we have to do is we have to filter out the books. So for that, books.filter, B is the individual book, b.genre, it has to be the active genre as such. So now that we have this thing, let's just display it as such, and I guess it should work. Active genre, if it's all, then all the books. If not, then we are filtering out the books array. We are taking the individual books, checking the genre. If it matches to the active genre, then only we are keeping it. So let's see. Well, that's perfect. Ta-da! All right, so we are again a step closer to our vision. That is perfect. All right, so that is good and things are looking pretty decent. Now, I guess the only thing, well, not the only thing, there are a lot of things which are left, but in the next part, let's actually start working on the UI for this thing. And then, like, after we are done with the cart as well as the next screen of enter details, then we will be like, we're going to work on the cart feature, like the actual functionality. So yeah, let's do that. Let's work on the side panel, whatever you may want to call it, for the cart in the next video. Thank you for watching.